Hi everybody, welcome to our third Tech Together Tuesday. Today is July 21st and we went over Quizizz. Quizizz is a fantastic free resource that allows teachers to create their own quizzes or use quizzes that have already been created from teachers all over the world in all different languages and all kinds of subject areas to support the formative assessment of their students. Okay, so let's dive in. Your very first task is to go to quizizz.com and log in with your Google account, your metaridge.ca account. Once you have signed up and you have logged in, you'll see this page right here. So this is your dashboard, and this is the beginning. This is where you want to go, and Quizizz is directing you to search for quizzes that already exist. And the database is huge. So I'm going to search for Google Sheets because I want to check to see your knowledge on Google Sheets. So I'm looking here for Google Sheets. I'm going to press return. And here are the quizzes that Quizizz already has within its database. There are over 51,000 quizzes that apply to this particular search. I can sort these quizzes by most relevant, most played, or most recent. I can also filter by grades, subjects, or even languages if I want to do that. Right now, the English language filter is applied. My search results appear here, and I can scroll through and see all of the different quizzes. I can see here, of course, how many times something's been played, which is interesting because it probably means it's a great quiz. I can see the age of the quiz. So something like technology 3 years ago is a long time, but the basics will stay the same. And then I have the grade level that it's associated with. When I hover over top, you can see that this is slightly darker gray than the one below. So right now it's grayer. I have I have a snapshot of the actual questions within the quiz over here on the right-hand side. So I can scroll through and I can see the questions of this particular quiz. If this works for what I'm after and I just want to take this quiz and send it to my students to check to see their understanding, I can do that right away. I have this purple play button and the shark tooth. If I click on that, I have the option to play the game live, which means I can play it within the classroom and I can have every student sign in. I can assign it as homework through Google Classroom, or I can just play a solo game, which means I can test it out right now if I want to test it out right now and get a feeling for what the game is like. If this quiz is pretty good, it's not quite right, but it's pretty good, and I just want to edit it a little bit, I can click on it. It gets me to this page right here where I can see each one of the questions. And I have this option here to edit. If I want to edit it this way, it will create a duplicate copy, which means I'm creating my own copy that's now going to live in my Quizizz account. And I can edit and change individual questions. So I can change something in here. Maybe I want to give them 30 seconds instead of 20 seconds, save my change. I can add in a new question, and the new questions look the same whether you're editing a quiz that already exists or creating your own quiz. I can also teleport questions, which means finding questions from a different quiz and adding them to the quiz that I'm creating right now. So it just added that particular question. So instead of 14 questions, I should have 15 questions. So now my quiz has 15 questions. It's public. And I can start playing. I can also take this quiz right now. I'm just going to press done here. And I can just hold on to it, save it in a particular folder, and then move on to creating my own quiz, which I'm going to do. I can create a new quiz by clicking on the button here, naming the quiz. So maybe I want to call this Google Sheets, and I'll call it Google Sheets Test. I can add it to a particular subject area. So we'll say professional development. And then this is what it looks like. So it's important to note if you want your quizzes to be public or private, change it here. By default, it is public. And then you have this quiz quality score. So this gives you some information when you're creating the quiz to know whether or not the quiz is of high quality. I've already gone and created my own quiz. So I'm going to go back into my quizzes. And here I have my Tech Together Tuesday quiz. I'm going to take this quiz and I'm going to assign it to a class. So tune into the next video to see what that looks like.